Okay, today is the day. Pull those apart. They're pretty clean, but take it apart and see what we see. Oh, out we come. Out we come. Come on, out. There we go. ancient seal. There's your movement ring spring. Part of one gasket. Eep. We'll see how that does. We got some impacted corrosion around there. There's part of the other seal. Off you get. Let's get this gasket off of here. And there it is. Gasket off. I'll pull that case apart when I'm done with the movement. Got both of them at once. 2/2, February 1972. That is correct. So now, where is it? Already laid it out. I have a bit of a drag mark across that face. Come on, show me what you got. Maybe across that one. When we get it cleaned up, I'll see what I got. That can happen if the watch is run for a long time with no lubrication. Loose. Loose. Oh, whoa, loose. My goodness. Oh, I see. Way too much lubrication. Look at this. Look at all this oil that got in here. All that oil. Somebody dumped a ton of oil in there, trying to get it to run right. Well, we will need to clean that off. Okay. And your hammer. And there are your operating levers. These are the levers that come in like so, and they disengage the clutch on the chronograph wheel. Operating lever spring. Some people call it the coupling lever. I never know what's right. You know, I know what I mean when I say it. Somebody usually comes up and says, well, actually, it's called the blank. I know what I'm talking about, so that's what I'm going to stick with. Maybe I got it right. Maybe I didn't. little bit of that S2 coming out, not a ton. There we go. Yeah, oil, lots and lots and lots of oil. That's the thing about lubrication. Too much is almost as bad as not enough. Okay. There you go. Oh my gosh, that couldn't be looser. Wow, it wasn't tight at all. Oh, come on now. Stop fighting me. There. Okay. Well, there it is. There's the glory. There's your chronograph wheel. The heart of a 6139. That's the bit that matters. Okay, here we go. Always the fun part. Yeah. That S2 lubricant works its way out from the inside, and then the next thing you know, it gets everywhere. Nice tight barrel though. Okay, there's your mainspring. It's coned a bit, but we'll see if I can't tune that out. Put that right over there. Okay, I'll need to clean this stuff all by hand. Don't worry, folks. I got eyes on that right now. Okay. Just keep chugging. Nice. Early enough, it still has a this intermediary date driving wheel is still a multi-part metal construction. There's nothing wrong with the plastic. It works fine. It's just we're in that transition period. Sometimes they were plastic and sometimes they were metal. You got the metal. There's your cannon pinion and your center wheel. There's that. Your die shock spring. Sometimes that happens. Thankfully, I've got 1,000 of them. So it looks hazy. It's going to need to be dipped and cleaned, and I have to hand clean all of this stuff, where all that stuff is, make this look pretty. And so that's the next thing. But I'm going to do that off camera because I want to be right on top of it when I'm doing this kind of stuff. So things I'm going to be doing is I'm going to hand clean all this assembly. The bridges, your lower mainspring arbor porters ovaled out as these always are. So I'm going to machine that out. I'm going to put a jewel in there. The upper mainspring arbor bushing, I'm going to press out. I'll press in a new jewel there. I've got to hand clean the barrel and the mainspring and all that other kind of stuff and get it ready to go, and then start running it through its cleaning cycles, and we'll go from there. But there is your watch, ripped into pieces. Okay, see that? That is your minute counter wheel. It came out of the cleaner in 2 out of 3 pieces. Actually 4 pieces if you count the little stake right there. So we are going to be replacing your minute counter wheel. I could in theory stake this back together like so, boop, put that back in, but it's already come apart once. Let's just replace it. Since I've got you, you can see your upper and lower mainspring arbor jewels. Upper, there's the lower right there. Beautiful and jeweled and all ready to go. Okay, we are running. I have no idea what we're gonna get, because it just started this. It's been running for about 45 seconds. No idea what we're gonna get. So you remember it was gaining quite a bit, and it was giving me some beat error. We've got less beat error, and it's getting better accuracy and higher amplitude. So far we're 3 for 3, but I want to see higher amplitude, of course. But it's only just started running in. Let's all just have a seat and watch the numbers, shall we? Your center wheel, by the way, was actually pretty worn, so it's also got a new center wheel. The original center wheel was all floppy, sloppy like this, which just eats power. So that's got a new, it's got a replacement center wheel in there. I'm going to give it a second and then I'll adjust out that beat error. Getting a little better numbers. So it's the usual thing we're going to see when you first get in a movement, is it kind of goes, it's like it's sort of, the lubrication slops around and gets to everywhere that it's supposed to be. Right now it's just sort of settling in on itself, and so you see a rise in amplitude and a drop and a rise and a drop. But it's the general progression is at an angle, not the accuracy angle, the amplitude angle. Come on. That's some real steady amplitude, I'll say that. Yeah, the numbers, the stuff I saw inside the movement is consistent with the watch having been worn for a good amount of time without having been serviced. That's where we see things like wear to the center wheel, because it just sits there and just grinds away. I'm going to adjust that balance. Okay, so you're not going to see me do this. You will, hang on just one second. You're not going to see me do this. I'm just going to do it. Sorry for any screaming that you hear in the background. I'm trying to just out the beat error first. I think it went too far there. Oops, I went too far there. Let's go back again. real steady beat error. That's great, by the way. Having such steady beat error means that the not beat error, steady amplitude is a good sign for accuracy. I want to see the next time that this changes, and then I'm going to adjust the accuracy and just, you know, see how that does for us. You do that now. Oops, that went too much. Too much the other way. Yep, too much the other way. Too much the other way. And this is by no means the only time I'm going to be adjusting it. This is just the first rough adjustment. And we got a hair of beat error in there. Long story short, don't worry about that. That 0.1 beat error. I'll deal with that. That is some steady beat error. I'm sorry, accuracy. Let's do this. Come on, give me some steadiness. Amplitude didn't change at all through that. Remember, we're still running in all the lubricants and everything. It has to think to itself. Come on. Give me more. It's real steady. Boy, that's crazy steady. That is just crazy steady. Just a little bit more. Come on, give me a 230. Come on. Boy, that's steady amplitude. Man, that's crazy steady. Well, yeah, I can't complain about that. I will, but I won't. Well, this has got to be the most exciting timegrapher session I've ever filmed. That is bananas. Okay. Come on, really? You're that steady? Wow, that's astonishing. I don't ever remember seeing another, I can't remember the last time I saw a movement that was this solid on amplitude. Okay, I'll pause this camera and I'll come back to it if need be. Other than that, I'm gonna start assembling. This is with the chronograph running. It's also had more time to sort of let things slop around. Ignore that, that's from hearing them air. It's not real. I haven't done any other adjustments besides this. Very good, solid numbers. Yep. And again, this is with the chronograph running, so you're not seeing any of the, you're not seeing any deviation when it's pushing over the minute counter wheel, which is exactly what we want. We want it to have no change whatsoever, basically, in amplitude or accuracy. And there we are. There's your new crystal. Here's your old one. You can see that big honk and scratch right across it. Of course, if you had a lens grinder, you know, you could take that top surface down. Don't get rid of this. And keep your old crystal for sure. Here are your, I just flicked it. Here is your bag of dead parts that you can see and play with to your heart's content. Center wheel, the 2 parts of the minute counter wheel, remains of the button and crown gaskets, and your case back gasket, and that right there, that's your upper mainspring arbor bushing. The lower mainspring arbor port I machined out, and you're not going to get scraps of brass, but that's what you'd get if I did. Anyway, there it is. Lovely watch, isn't it? You'll notice the hands, they aren't gray anymore. They're much closer to being a tan like this, because I cleaned those up. It's a good looking dial. It's a good looking watch. It's a great model. And in its honor, I'm wearing my 6138 Jumbo, because of course I don't have one of these that isn't in pieces. Pretty cool, huh? If anybody's looking for one of these, I have a good line on a really nice one of these. It needs service, but cosmetically it's awesome. In any case, that's it. I mean, just not much else to say. I thank you so much for your business and for coming to me and giving me an opportunity to work on this great model watch for you. Okay, thank you so much.